Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. I guess we're going to be talking about Bounty 39 and I don't know, maybe keep up with where people are with their running builds and anything else going on this week. So let me say hi to everybody. The Saint,
Good day, everyone.
Magic Mike,
Heidi ho, y'all.
and Derpy.
Hello, everybody.
So anybody get anything good for Christmas?
Nada.
Really? Why
Really?
not?
It's Lent.
I see.
No, I don't ask for gifts. I just watch them open theirs and feel happy about that. So I don't need anything. Screw it.
Okay. All right. Well, anybody else? It's got to be better news than Mike's.
That wasn't really meant to be tragic or anything. It's cool. It was cool.
Okay.
Mine was pretty quiet as well, to be honest.
Okay. Well, I got some great yoga pants with skull and crossbones on them, so I'm hoping.
Nice.
I'm,
You gonna demo those?
I'm wearing them now, but I'm
Oh.
hoping they're gonna translate into one of these upcoming contests.
Oh, cool.
So
The
And,
pirate contest.
well, pirate contest with yoga pants, but just a warning: boxer shorts create a really odd panty line. So just be aware of that, gentlemen. So, all right. I guess Derpy disappeared for a couple minutes. He's mostly waiting for his reaction to that. But
I think you put him off.
no, he gave you notice before that. So, all right, we'll move on. All right. Yeah, if you're still on Flash, you ain't got much time left.
You ain't got much time.
No. So, if anybody's still having problems, try Opera GX. I'm sorry, Opera GX or Chrome, or some people are having luck with Edge. So, or I don't know how this runs on 4 gigs of memory. I'm not certain. But
Just for clarity, and I use HTML anyway, but is Flash just going to stop working, or is it just unsupported?
we'll have to see. I'm assuming if you play through with Kixeye, they were already afraid of it because of security issues, and now that it's no longer going to be updated, I think they're probably even more afraid of security issues.
Yeah.
So,
And I thought on their release it said the only way to play will be HTML5. So to me that suggests you're not even going to be able to access it through Flash at the moment.
yeah, it doesn't. I don't think Facebook will allow Flash to happen anymore, and it doesn't seem like Kixeye will. I mean, it may work in places, but
assume it won't.
Yeah, assume. Yeah. Don't think that it's going to work. So get your problems ironed out. Toot sweet, and I guess that's about it as far as their bug fixes. There is to get HTML up and moving. But hopefully everybody's got that figured out at this point. Let's move on. We got a, if you notice, we got a drop today of, feels, it's sort of a mixed blessing in my mind that we're getting all this stuff for tier 10 at this point in time, especially the ships, because they're still giving out upgrades for tier 9 stuff. So
we've only just got the Defender tier 9 tokens, armors.
Yeah, but those, how long did it take us? Maybe those. Hopefully, there's not as much of a power creep, between tier 9 and tier 10 is what we've seen before at times. And so maybe tier 9 will still be relevant, or they could do something where we start seeing tier 10 ships just go to the back of the base. I don't know. Hopefully they've learned some lessons over time and won't double the armor and double the damage and do all these things that just make things unplayable for one side or the other for a period of time.
So when are we sort of expecting tier 10? Probably next pillage, do you think?
With this kind of thing, I'm expecting it any day now. It might be next or any month now. It might be bounty, as you said, because we've got all the PvP stuff we've been teased. So it very well might be bounty.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Next bounty with tier 10 defenders in there.
Personally, as the War Academy is a prerequisite for the next outpost level, I started my upgrade today, thinking this might come potentially as early as next week, more likely 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 months from now even.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. And what is your problem, Derpy, with not wanting to upgrade things in your base?
Oh, I was upgrading my Conquest Yard instead, so now I'm doing my War Academy instead of the next Conquest Yard level.
Okay, because I remember at times you still, it wasn't that long ago you didn't even have level 6 on your uranium generator.
Yeah, I forgot they existed.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was some sort of tactical or stubborn thing that you were doing. Okay, it was just a matter of forgetting. Okay. All good. So, all right. If we're done with this, let's move on. All right. Bounty. We should have a CM diary that I think a lot of times drops today, but maybe not. Maybe we'll have it ready for. They've been a little bit behind. They still haven't. Let's see. The December contest from a couple weeks ago still has not been decided.
No, the winner is on there now.
They just did that. Okay.
Congrats to Lady Cat, who knocked it out of the park with a fantastic Movie Madness post. You'll receive your prizes as soon as possible.
She's won 2 in a row?
That's what it seems to say.
Okay.
Drain the swamp.
Yeah, she won last time too. Okay. I don't even know what that one looks like. Sputnik, Hogador, and Impossible Brew. Wait, the prize was...
The pictures will probably come in the CM diary. I don't know why they can't just put the winning one there right now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But yeah, this just came out fairly recently. But yeah, that's 2 in a row for Lady Cat. So.
And they said 1 prize, but can give out 4. Just say you're giving out 4 or you're giving out 4.
Well, except for what happened with the old ships thing that were. Yeah, I expected them because they had a max of 100. I expected that they would give out more than 1 prize, because I don't think if you added all the submissions together, you got to 100 ships involved. So
that's a different one, though.
Yeah. So.
Well, I did not bother to enter this one. So.
Yeah, I didn't bother either. I thought it was fixed.
They
stole it from me.
Drain the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Lock her up.
Okay, let's move on. All right. This week we have Bounty. Next week is Pillage, with the Gladius replacing the Mutineer. So be aware of that. And the following week is the Raid. Hopefully everybody's been saving up their FM build tokens for the flagship the Ronin flagship that's going to come out of Pillage. So be aware, plan accordingly. You should be saving your tokens at this point.
You like to save about 3 weeks of tokens. I save about 2.
Yeah.
So I save 1 and use that week's. You save 2 and use that week's.
Well, I did use a 2-day out of the last one, but it gives me more flexibility towards the end, as far as, you know, especially like you're an alpha and you stream the beginning of the raid, and it gives me an opportunity to make some changes towards the end if I've properly allocated the time for my ships to start doing some last minute changes. And the one that I'm most curious about is the Hyper 30 versus the I think the Shakura Splash Shield.
Yeah,
that's
a good question.
Yeah, that's the one that I do not have an answer for, as far as the effectiveness of the Cormorant countermeasures, and what the trade-off is. But I think we're going to have a hard time, because I don't think you're going to be, if you're running hype to really test that, you need to have a fleet with 5 Hyper 30s. Or
I won't be testing that for sure.
What?
I won't be testing it, but maybe someone else will.
Yeah. Maybe we'll. How do you save 3 weeks?
Save 2 weeks and use that week's. Yeah.
So
Hefe has the week of December 23rd saved. It was also going to save the week of December 30th. That's 2 saved up. And then you're going to use the next one, January 6th. You're going to use. You're going to spend the 2 tokens. You're going to spend the 2 tokens, spend the 2 weeks you have saved, and then earn a 3rd week and spend that 3rd week at the same time, or save those till the raid.
Yeah. Wait to do the FM and claim, or wait for your FM claim until after you've already started the build on your on the flagship, and that way you can already spend down those on the flagship if you've already earned them, and either start your FM afterwards, or which is what I generally do, is I wait till after pillage and then I do the FM, or that's the way I've been doing it.
As far as my experiment is going this month, I have, in 2 hours, I will have 3 ships, 3 Ronins, 2 of them at U3, 1 at U2, both all. Let me say that again. I'm going to have, at this point, I have 3 ships fully built, fully finished out, fully ranked everything. Mm-hmm. 2 of those are at U3, and 1 of them is at U2 with no extra tokens left. Then I have my 4th ship built as a blank with nothing on it, half ranked.
Okay.
If anyone was curious.
Okay. And so, especially with this one, it'll be interesting to see how, the survival bonuses, the aura stacking survival bonuses probably aren't the big deal, but potentially could be a big deal is the number of countermeasures that you have. Yes. And the other thing that might be an issue potentially is if you're going to have to drive in a weird way to protect your flagship, because your flagship will not have all the survival that the rest of your ships do.
Why not?
Do you think you're going to be able to get your flagship to U3?
That's true. It won't be up to U3. It might just be U2.
Yeah. So that would be the other, the 2 concerns that I would have. It's, just for this cycle. So, okay. I guess that's about it. We won't get an announcement or an updated January 2021 calendar until after New Year's. So maybe next week, as far as when this, the Ronin TLC will be. So, and the other thing is, Derpy, since you're so developed on your fleets, what did you use for the TLC?
I still use my Mutineers. I was able to do it if I drove for basically 100% free, everything instant repair.
Yeah.
If I autoed the first 3 and didn't repair in between, then it was more like 2.5 hours damage, worst case, with Mutineers, lazy driving, which was fantastic.
Yeah, I think people with the Ronins, I don't think in that TLC people were the ships were seeing them.
Well, I think they were seeing them, but I'm not sure if they were hitting them. I watched TSM put a video out.
Okay.
And he used the Ronins, and he got very, very limited amount of damage doing it.
Yeah.
But they seemed to be seeing him because they were moving.
Mm-hmm. But none of them had retargeting or were able to hit underwater.
Didn't seem to be particularly, no.
Okay.
And then I used my Ronins just for the daily. And you got like 2 seconds repair on those, so they were getting seen but barely getting hit. So just
okay.
Uranium.
Well, with the daily, the uranium daily, I just auto it with my mutineers all the way through, and I get like less than 2 minutes of damage just going straight through it.
Yeah, well, it's even less than that with, I think I only used 2 Ronins, and it was even less than that, so...
Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's move on if we're done with the calendar. All right, Bounty 39.
Yay, Bounty!
Yay.
The most fun event in Battle Pirates that is designed to make you suffer.
Yeah, I mean, how many targets are you going to have to hit?
I have no idea. I'm just about to join Bounty. I need to actually remember to do that before hitting a target. But
well, it really depends on how many points you get now, doesn't it? So
yeah,
hitting the 97, you get anywhere between 1,500 and 2,500. So it's there can be a big variety of number of targets you need to hit if you're unlucky or lucky.
Yeah,
but you need 120,000 just for the new plates. Then if
well, I found a 97, so if you want me to hit that right now, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, and because I think they just dropped some sort of another update. So let me, go ahead and start screen sharing, and I will switch you over, and then I'll figure out what's in this update.
Seems to be exactly the same as last month's Derpy, so you should be fine.
That's good to know. I was using my same fleet as last month.
Well, maybe they have the Defender armors on them.
That's true. This is a all U0. Actually, one Warhound might be U1. I can't remember. One whatever the flagship is, Harrower, and 4 Warhounds.
Okay.
And it's partially dead. Oh yeah, this is not a good one to show because it's partially dead, but we'll have to find a different one. I'm going to hit this because I want the points, but I guess the part people missed is just prepping out this gate and killing 2 piranhas, which is not really different than anything else.
So you've started doing that with your Harrower now rather than going in and then coming back out?
Yes, I still do 2 hits generally. If I can't quite remember actually, because I'll kill the second gate, then send the Harrower in for the Overlord, and once that's done, once this is dead, I'll retreat to reset the timers on everything, and I kill the gatekeepers. Actually, it wouldn't matter if I retreated or not, because I'm going to kill the Overlord, and I'm going to be out of range of everything. They can't see me. And I'll start moving again, deep dive. There's no heavy arcs on it. I'll kill that and the gatekeepers, and then the Warhounds just come back in and clean up the turrets.
Yep. Yeah, I'm still using the old method, just using 5 Warhounds and just 2 hits.
I can't tell if this one's faster. I think it might be slightly easier. It certainly is less prone to mistakes, I feel like, at least. So it's a bit tricky to find this last gatekeeper here without getting hit.
You said you got your Conquest Yard upgraded. Is that just one upgrade? So you've got 5?
Just one upgrade.
Yeah.
See, now I'll go ahead and retreat to reset the timings on everything, although it wouldn't really matter. And I do usually have a speed crew, so that does help.
Yeah.
And the Fearless Blitzers, I used that again. But I do have Conquest Yard upgrade 1 level. That's correct.
So that's what, 5% extra damage, isn't it?
Yes, 5% per level, and I don't know if it's additive or multiplicative. It wouldn't necessarily matter at that number. Now there's just one Gatekeeper left, and the Warhound or the Harrow hits underwater, so does the Warhound. So I'll kill that, get past these things, and it's home free. Just do that on 500 times, and you'll be done with bounty.
Okay.
Sure, there are other targets you can hit as well. I'll have to play around with some of those.
I mean, this person's like, okay, I'm going to put all my useless turrets over here on the side.
They've just been there forever.
I know, but it's sort of like, okay, this.
It's kind of a fuck you. Same with the oil rigs that are in the corners. Like, what the hell? Are you trying to make bounty so difficult and annoying to do that we just have to blitz everything? Because that's what it feels like from where I'm sitting. This is the quartermaster level, so I'll get some amount of bounty. I don't recall what it is supposed to be compared to last month.
Between 1,500 and 2.5.
Well, 1,500, my lucky day. And if you get drive well, that'll be instant repair. If you don't, it won't. But that's my general strategy. Just find the thing that you can hit and do it a whole lot.
Sounds good. All right, I'm going to go back to the same. They updated the bug fixes. If you want to go back to the first slide. All right, fix an issue where 20% damage buff. This just came out. That's what I went over to look at. Where the 20% damage buff provided from U2 lurkers is not shown in the shipyard dock stat. Okay. Who's using lurkers? I mean, I think it starts with a Q. I don't know who's doing that, but pirates can now see when they are chat muted in HTML5. Okay.
So if you get comms banned, then you'll know.
Okay.
I guess. Pressing issues.
Or if you ignore a player, is that what that is? Because I have a list of people.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if what chat muted. That could either be you've blocked a player in comms / direct messaging or comms ban. It's another interesting one. Who complained about that one?
Probably someone who's comms banned.
Yeah, well, it's definitely somebody that's comms banned. But yeah,
I've been trying to get that fixed for months, literally.
Yeah,
are you comms banned?
well, he just wants to know when he's comms banned.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm still typing away.
Oh yeah.
No, nobody's paying attention to me. So
they've got a long list of quality of upgrades, and they're starting at the bottom. Not the top issues, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, how difficult is it to fix the Oliver tokens? I mean,
fixer tokens give us way to delete tokens. The other big thing is
I don't even think we need it. I don't even think we need to delete tokens. Derpy, you want to share your screen? You want to share your screen? Because if we go through the tabs that they have, some of them are empty and some of them are useless. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's
we've got okay as a massive scroll bar, and you have build tokens, VXP tokens, and repair tokens, and
it's so sensitive,
and upgrade tokens all in the same time. Like if you want to find a trencher build token, I actually don't have any, but I have to scroll through and try and it's just ridiculous. So we have one tab that has everything on it, another tab that has up to maybe 3 tokens possible on it whatsoever: the 1 day, the 2 day, and the 7 day.
Yes.
There may be 4 or 5 tokens max on here.
Yeah, because that has the couple of repair tokens that we used to get on it as well. The ship one.
Here's some build tokens for structures. This is probably fine.
Yeah, that one's
Do I
good.
ever need to build an Epiclasm mortar again? No, but there aren't a whole lot in here. It's separate by a large enough. I mean, we'll keep doing worse over time, but
yeah, and now let's get it. Okay, special.
What is this? What is this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mega. Oh yeah, that's fine. That can be by themselves.
Foundry.
Foundry? What?
Okay.
I mean, just
what happens if we split out?
whole specific into
build, upgrade, repair.
That's better, and a search bar.
Yeah, and a search bar as well. But it's not like it's unfixable with what they have, because and then so the ship ones would also fit in there, and so we still have an extra tab if we put the ship ones into build, repair, upgrade.
Build, repair, VXP, upgrade.
Yeah,
and then buildings, structures.
Yeah.
We still have an extra one, yeah.
Yeah. So
what I'm more upset about is like the scroll bar for prizes during raid and pillage. It's ridiculous.
Well, the weird thing, the thing with like if on the pre-show that the Saint was talking about doing the higher ground TLC, and I'm like, do I need to do this? Do I need to spend something beforehand? I'm going to switch back over to the slide. And having to go and find what you already own, just to know if is everything spilling into the ocean, or am I actually or is am I earning something? I think most likely people are probably on higher ground, which is for Everest tokens and the Cloudbreaker Everest. I'm assuming a lot of people are going to be spilling all their normal Everest tokens, but you can still probably earn Cloudbreaker Everest tokens. But yeah, it's just going in there, finding it. It's not great.
It seems like they don't care about the user experience at all. Oh wait, sorry, we've been doing HTML5 the last year. That's why you don't get a good game to play.
Yeah, I mean it's
I'm being a bit
once they stop double coding things.
Well, they have stopped double coding things.
Yeah, because Flash was. Well, I mean, the thing that I noticed that a lot of that was something that was better in HTML. Better in Flash is if you go to the shipyard and you use the search function, it's better in Flash than it is in.
Yeah, I can search for an attribute, and I can search for evade or movement speed, and the wrong things or not the right things come up.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to, take a look at what was going on in Flash and copy that, because that was done well. The HTML5 version is a little sloppy and things don't show up that should. Fixed issue with tooltip display disappearing too quickly in the store. I don't know. Fixed to allow all pirates to equip the Fire Dragon skin. Before, was it just some of the pirates? It was just the mods that could do it.
I've had my Fire Dragon on since I got it, and
yeah. I think the problem.
I thought I got the Ice Dragon one, but I guess I didn't. Oh well.
Yeah, I think the issue was related to people that were switching over between different Everest skins, and I think the fix that some people came up with, you go to the default skin and then you can switch to the other one. But if you wanted to go from Ice Dragon to Fire Dragon, it wouldn't work. But if you went back to the default skin and then whatever skin you wanted, that would work. Fix an issue where mega refits resulted in SOS due to weight warning. Megas have weights? I don't know. It's been so long since I looked at my mega. Do Megas have weight restrictions?
On the module, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, it's been so long since I looked at mine. I have no idea. Okay. All right, let's go to slide 5. There we go. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. That was me doing that. Okay, you got it too. All right, these are the 3 tiers. This has been going on. This is the third month, I think. They've been doing this with the Powder Monkey, Quartermaster, and Captain. Everybody knows. Did we explain at one point what a Powder Monkey is?
I don't think we did.
I never.
Okay.
That's the children who bring you the cannonballs.
Yes,
Run you
exactly.
the powder.
Yeah. Yes, like 9 to 12-year-olds that would carry all the ammunition and powder up to the cannons because they were both expendable and short enough to potentially not be seen. So
I'm suspicious that these targets, there's like multiple versions. So there might be multiple versions of the level 70 or multiple versions of the 120, which is not something why can't they just name the 171, 172, 173 if that is the case?
Oh, that there's more than one employee that has
There's multiple bases named.
Okay.
Quickside Powder Monkey level 70 is a suspicion I have, which was true last raid or last bounty.
Last bounty, there was one of the targets. I think, as you say, the 120 or something like that had two different versions.
Okay, so this is so let's move on. All right, we have an upgrade for the Harrower, which does take 500 kits.
Ouch.
And about 13 days.
13 days. 13 days, 17 hours. Yeah.
Yep.
You get to add an armor slot, and you get bonus deflections, it's actually a berserk. Once you take 12.5 million damage, which once you put your armors on, you can do it 10 times. So this, and it basically, some of them come close to doubling, your deflection for the Bear Hall. It seems like you're supposed to surface, take 12.5 million damage, and then try to resurface or submerge. And during that period of time, you're covered by these extra deflections.
But if you
that doesn't make sense. Why you don't take damage when underwater anyway?
No. There's that surface time. There's
a surface time
with the Harrower. When you
why wouldn't you just stay surfaced? What I don't know why you're
the Harrower. You need to pop up.
Yes. Yeah. And if you're taking damage, you're going to be surfaced.
Yeah.
So if you continue to take
this damage,
and stay surfaced, you'll get higher deflections. Is that not how it works?
Well, it lasts for 10 seconds, so I'm not sure because the reload time. Okay, the reload time. I guess you do say surfaced, because the reload time of the weapon is 20 seconds, but once you get it skulled, it's going to be 5 seconds. So I guess you stay surfaced during that period of time.
There's no sense. I think you're making it more complicated than it is. You take damage, you get higher deflections.
Yeah, that's the way I read it. It's that simple.
Okay.
You stay surfaced, and then if you take another 12.5, you get another 10 seconds of extra deflection.
Okay. All right. All good. So yeah, just be aware. Once we get to the store, it's going to take 500 kits. So you're only allowed to own one. So, but you need to claim all 5 sets of 100 in order to do that.
10,000 points each this time, like the Warhound ones were. But we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to The Hellswarm upgrade. The U2. Hey, another armor slot. More deflection for explosive, corrosive, concussive. 25% more explosive and damage, and more reload. We talked about this on the last show because they combined the this week's upgrade with the previous week's upgrade, so we could already see this in the shipyard, and we just thought it was vanilla. Even though vanilla is an exotic spice, but it just becomes like a term. Plain Jane, whatever you want to call it.
It just gives you more reflection of a few types and a bit stronger damage. It isn't anything special.
Yeah. Not terribly exciting. Okay. Let's move on. All right. We got defender plates for all the damage types. I'm only showing one because there's no reason. They go up to 50K. And then what's the lowest? The lowest is around 25K, I think, or 30K. So this one's somewhere in the middle.
20K corrosive seems to be the lowest.
Okay, so yeah, 20 to 50.
Yeah.
I think 50 is the ballistic.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is for your ships, and if you're going against a Harrower, is this really going to make a significant difference?
No.
It doesn't make any difference against a Harrower.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm even going to bother to earn these.
Yeah, it's and this is going to get carried over, I'm assuming, because the late release. They're releasing these as the last stage of Tier 9 as we're going to Tier 10, unless they add a lot more armor slots. Oh, I'm sorry. The important part, which we brought up on previous shows, is these are unlimited blueprints. You don't have to. You need to win all 6, but you don't need to win. And you can use, concussive, ballistic, explosive, penetrative, whatever. You can use those as many times as you want. And they have a equip cap of 1, which means you can only put one of these on an individual ship. And I don't think some of these stack with some of the armors that provide a combo, if you know what I mean. If it's, I forget the combinations. If it's concussive and radioactive.
MC plate 3. Let me check this.
Okay.
I select all defender. What defender do we have? Piranium. I'll throw on the protector plate C, the ballistic one, and armor slot 2. No, it stacks perfectly fine with the MC plate 3 and also with the ballistic plate. Let me just double check that it stacks with that. It does not stack with the Tier 8 version. Okay, so let me share my screen.
Okay.
Just so you hear what I'm saying. So you can put on the protector plate C9 and the MC plate 3 perfectly fine. That works. You cannot put on, however, this one, the ballistic plate Tier 8. You can't put that on.
Okay.
But if you take off the Tier 9 one, then you can put it on. So
okay. Yeah, that's probably saving yourself on that one, but yeah. Okay. They take this is on a straight build, not on a refit. 1 day, 14 hours. Whatever your labs or whatnot will produce that accordingly. So that's the build time on these. All right, I think we only got one more slide. I think. Nope, we don't have any more slides. Wait, what happened to try? Do I have them out of order? One more time. One more click. There we go. So the cost is 20,000 each for the armors, and then like we mentioned earlier, it's you need to claim all 5 of the Harrower upgrade kits in order to have the ability to upgrade your Harrower. So it's like $12.50.
Well, I mean, I don't see these new armor plates as a must-have for me personally. I'm just going to run blank armors because I don't care enough. It seems like they're a 5% improvement at best, which won't help a whole ton.
Yeah.
I'll probably get some upgrade kits for a few of these holes. I still haven't decided if I want to take my Warhounds on a 100 upgrade journey. My Trencher fleet is just about U2, so I have to figure out what else I'm doing next. But
it's probably not worth it if you got tier 10 coming soon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they have to do. I don't understand, dropping the armor at this, at 11:30. Like right
for them the first or second thing.
Yeah.
And defense was strong right now, so we didn't need any better defense things. We needed probably better attack things, and what they've given us, the upgrades are probably fairly well balanced in terms of performance and how well they'll work, is my assumption. Other things probably brings things a little bit more back in line.
Yeah, but just, I mean, with, the expectations as far as how the history of power creep goes, they're not going to get any better with the next generation. Unless they do something really weird.
I've got no idea.
Yeah. I mean...
No, the concern is that they did like they did with tier 9, that they released the attacking fleet first, then you're defenseless for a month or so until they then release the defending holes.
Yeah. Which I don't quite understand why they do it that way. I mean, it pisses a lot of people off. They're like, okay, well, I'm just going to give up on this. And even the people that are like, okay, well, I coined to get to X, on the upgrades so I can go and run over people. They get tired of it after, 4 or 5 days, right?
Yeah, it's not much of a challenge if you just click the back of the base and run through, is it?
No.
Well, nowadays you got to click on the gate individually or something.
Yes, well, can't you just push the S button? You just push the S button.
Might be able to.
Yeah. So, all right.
Speculating. Let's just hope they don't do a massive jump. It's just a very small power creep, and they keep it reasonably balanced.
Yeah, I mean, they got,
And don't balance it by giving us 100-day build time, because that just means, that's a K-shape. Corners get better things, everyone else gets worse things. Balance it through performance and through when you release them in pairs and whatever else, not through long build times.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows what tier 10 is going to be, but I mean, what was it tier 7? What was the one where was under GD Raken, where they got really creative? Was it tier 7 with like the prides and all the stuff?
The prides were tier like 5.
Okay, whatever tier that was.
Maybe tier 6 or something.
Yeah, but all the ships, it was overly confusing. But at this point, is it? I don't know. Do you think it's overly just, I'm going to take my hammer and smash it, and then is it gotten, in regards to how we would use the ships, was that overly complicated? And is this too simple, or is this just right? And
I think this is probably a fairly good situation. I mean, you've got a whole bunch of different types of ships. You got mortar, you got ballistic, you got blitz fleets and creep fleets, and you have to use a combination of ships to get into most decent bases. I think it's probably at a fairly good situation.
Okay, all right. Okay, just asking everybody's opinion on that one. So, because I know that confused a lot of people, but I thought it was sort of cool. So, wow, that was tier 5, but that means it was a long time ago.
Don't remember.
Tier 7. Yeah, that was my real thought. It was
Pride
tier 7.
wasn't really part of that set. It was kind of structured as its own thing.
But yeah, well, yeah. Mickey RB thinks it was tier. That's what I thought it was. Tier 7.
Let me check. If I look for what hole is this? The Pride is tier 6.
Okay.
Liberator tier 6, and that's just fairly. That was more standard.
What about Wraith?
We get into more complicated things like the, what is this? Where's the first tier 7 hole? The Ifrit was tier 7. The Impact Cruiser was tier 7. The Mauler, Poseidon's Mauler was tier 7.
Okay, what was tier 6 then?
That was the Liberator. That was the Liberator, Pride, Inquisitor, Survivor, etc. I think the thing
what about the Wraith or things like that?
There's no search bar, so I can't search Wraith. I don't remember what the hell it looks like.
Okay.
I don't know if I own it or not.
Yeah, Gluttony.
The Gluttony is tier 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a combination of tier 6 and tier 7, as far as when they did the 7 Deadly Sins.
What I like what they did is they went from tier 6 to 7 by having the Visagos Pride be a tier 6.5, and kind of buffed up all the ships. So that if they give us Hardlock's Warhound or whatever, they kind of buffs all the ships up, so they're still a bit competitive as a crossover. That's an option.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think this is the last slide. Is there anything else we should be discussing? Not everybody at once.
We've got Bounty this week, and that's the new what's on screen right here. Tier 10 around the corner. What's coming on in the next 2 weeks? We've got Pillage,
right?
which will
Pillage
bring
next week.
our flagship, right, for the Ronin, and the raid the week after that.
We haven't seen any sneak preview of the flagship, have we? What its special abilities are going to be?
No idea what that does.
No.
No idea what the X1 upgrades are going to do either.
No. So with the Defender armors, do they often appear the following week in Pillage, or is that normally a month later that they appear in Pillage?
There's no way they released it a month, or there's no way they released it a week later. They used to release things a month later, so it would go bounty, pillage. That hasn't been followed nearly as well. So we might have bounty, pillage. But hopefully these will be in here in just under a month later.
Yeah, I suspect we'll have to wait longer for these ones because they're not limited. Because I know with the limited ones, at least they appeared sort of a month later. But you could only get sort of one of each in Pillage.
Yeah, and they can't really drop these in a TLC either and just give us, because we just get them once and we're done.
Yeah. Whereas the attacking ones are in the TLC. They were in the TLC last week because they were limited.
Yeah, but as far as the effectiveness goes, is it really?
I don't think it's going to help against the Harrower, but it will make a little bit of a difference against some of the other ships coming in.
Okay. So potentially make people, whatever the word is, semi-prep with the Harrower.
Yeah.
Not really prep.
They got to think about it a bit more, and they can't just try and blitz in with 5 Warhounds or something like that, because I don't think that'll work.
Okay. So anything else? I'm trying to think of.
There's 2 TLCs this week. I know they're not, we talked about one of them. The other one's pretty useless. But
For the important ones, I mean, there's the one for the Everest, and what's the other one for the Gladius? I don't think I have to do either of them.
No, but it's there if people haven't quite finished their Gladius upgrades. There is some tokens in Mastery there.
Yeah. So as far as, I mean, I know we've talked about the Ronin. Is there anything more? Because it feels so cookie cutter. Just use all the specials we just gave you in the Liberty Belt.
Yeah, welcome to Battle Pirates in 2020.
But it wasn't like this is the first time where there's like
it's been pretty cookie cutter for the last
yeah,
last
but
year, at least.
Yeah, but not this bad.
I don't necessarily see it as that bad.
I prefer it.
I just wish we had a bit more information ahead of time, but it's not. Whichever decision you go, and you think inside the box, you'll do fairly well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to provide a link in case anybody wants to join the show. And there you go. Yeah. But I'm sort of lost at what I mean. It usually happens to me on Bounty Week because I'm like, the basic takeaway is it's a 97.
Yeah, I've done about 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah,
they're nice. And the level, there's a few others that are easy but pay out less and take longer to do.
Yeah. I mean, but it's just sort of grind away and hit umpteen targets and get some armors that, may or may not make any difference.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Which ones are going to make any difference?
Well, what are people using to attack you?
Yeah,
Warhounds, concussive.
Yeah, concussive on the Warhounds, I guess, would maybe the first one.
Explosive on Warhounds and Basilisks and Hellswarms. Harrower, it won't help a whole lot because of higher strict damage numbers. But that one's, is that corrosive or concussive? I can never remember.
Well, the Harrower, I'll just check quickly. I think it's corrosive, but...
So whatever people are hitting you with and winning with.
It's concussive.
Okay. I'd say concussive would be a fairly good first one, as would explosive.
Yeah.
Ballistic
trenches still tend to struggle with the ships anyway. So
even at U2, they struggle. U2 they're decent. They can kill something now, unlike before when they literally couldn't. But ballistic probably is not my top choice.
No. So yeah, maybe concussive and explosive would be the first two if you haven't got enough points to get everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that answer.
I guess there is, and I know we didn't show the whole prize list, but there is still upgrade tokens for the other ships as well. Hellswarms, Gatekeepers, Trenchers, Warhounds, there's kits available for all of those. But as Derpy said earlier, there's such a long upgrade time, especially for the Warhounds. Is it worth doing them now?
Yeah, Trenchers and Hellswarms don't have horrible times, but...
No, and there has been a couple of tokens available for the Trencher recently.
Yeah, in the TLC. I didn't do all the mastery rounds of this one because I forgot about it, and I can only do so many runs in an hour. But I got a few tokens and some kits and stuff, so I have enough kits, and I'm one ship short of a U2 fleet, or a 4-ship fleet, because I pair it with a Harrower most times.
Yep.
So, Not a must-have bounty, which I guess is a good thing, because it still isn't the most fun. Isn't the most fun event? Is not the least grindy event.
Yep.
And these, well, honestly, these armors are defender armors. They're reasonably priced, and they are unlimited. So that gets approval from me.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Whereas the attacking ones were limited, so you had to spend 20,000 for every single one you wanted.
Yeah, and I might have to spend some more if I want to equip all my ships the correct way. And there's also the tactical onslaught engines, which I need another 5 of those for my Hellswarm fleet.
Yeah, I'm short of those as well. I've only got 2 or 3 of those, but they're still 15,000 each. So,
which seems like a lot.
Yeah, well, especially they're 4 or 5 months old now, something like that. So,
yeah, I think they have been. Were they in pillage?
What was in pillage? I'm sorry.
The tactical onslaught engine.
I don't think it was.
I think that's only been in bounty so far. I could be wrong.
It's about time for pillage then.
Yeah. Is it that much better than the?
You gain more tactical resist and maybe lose a bit of evade, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Much less programming on their end, and not have to think of all the variables. And it's also, as far as the way they do stuff, it's a lot less QA. It's a lot less testing on their side to do it this way, to simplify everything. Because, that's why they got rid of countermeasures and whatnot, because countermeasures are,
I think they got rid of countermeasures because they couldn't afford their QA department.
Yeah. I mean, it's, because PvP, hitting bases, countermeasures were a huge thing. What, you think I'm wrong as far as why they did that? But yeah. Alrighty. Well, the link's up. I'm not sure we have much to talk about before the Friday show. But if anybody wants to jump in, we can add them in. And Derpy, you missed the part of the intro that I was hoping that you listened to, but you'll have to listen back to it.
Yeah. I'd be worried.
I don't know. I didn't mention your name or anything, but Okay. Well, links out there in case anybody wants to join, and the after show, and otherwise have a good night and a good bounty, and we will see you on Friday.
2021. Good riddance to 2020.
Yeah. It'll all be over.
Everything will change.
It will be worse. Don't worry.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Best of luck in the new year. See you then.
Yep.
Later, people.
Everybody.
Bye, everyone.